new book is As They See 'Em, A Fan's Travels in the Land of Umpires. It's obviously a baseball book, and it's a book that treats sort of baseball's invisible men, the umpires, as the inhabitants of a remote, exotic country that very few people have ever been to. And I am the sociologist who has been dispatched to send back word of what life is like there. My background in baseball is, shall we say, small and distant. I played Little League. I threw a no-hitter when I was 11 years old, so my athletic achievement reached its peak before I got to puberty. But I'm a baseball fan, obviously. I came to baseball consciousness in 1960, between the time that the Giants and the Dodgers left New York and the Mets arrived, so I'm a Yankee fan. Most fans do hate umpires, it's true. It's very easy to hate them because they're sort of faceless. They're not named, they don't distinguish themselves, they don't have statistics that are associated with them, so that they don't seem to distinguish themselves in the minds of the fans. I did spend a lot of time with a lot of umpires, which makes it a lot more difficult to dislike them. In fact, I liked quite a few of them. For this book, there are two models. One is Roger Angell, who's been writing about baseball for The New Yorker for 30 or 40 years. And he was really the first one who taught me that it was possible to write well and in a kind of literary fashion about sports. And the other one is George Plimpton. There's a fairly substantial participatory element in this book. I went to umpire school myself, and I umpired games, and I got behind home plate for a major league spring training game, and I write about that a lot. And Plimpton, of course, in many of his books, basically took on the task of being the reader's eyes and ears in an experience that not all the readers would be able to have for themselves. And I love that example, and I've tried to do that here. Most of my career was at the New York Times, where I'm a reporter, was spent writing about the arts. So it is a little odd that this book is about baseball. On the other hand, the more time I spent writing it, the more I began to see the similarities between baseball and theater. A ball game is, after all, a narrative. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It has, if it's a good game anyway, it's got a climax and a denouement. It's got suspense. It often has heroes and villains, people who succeed or fail according to the dictates of the plot. So there is a kind of storytelling aspect to a ball game and a narrative aspect. That's something that I've always responded to.